Good morning. How are ya? That's my Bill Burr impression. I guess that's how I talk when I've got red hair that has fallen out of my head and into my lap. Probably crunchy too. He can probably make a Brillo pad and wash his dishes, which is something a Scotsman would do. I mean, that's just pride right there. Who's got the best Brillo head pad scrubbing hair? It's better than any steel wool. Which is kind of a strange thing to begin with. Steel wool. I mean, I've never seen any steel sheep. And how would you get a steel? Would you have to breed like an iron sheep and a copper sheep? You know, like bronze sheep with some iron sheep, and then you get the steel wool? Or do you just gotta spin the two different sheep's wools together? I wonder how easy it'd be to breed a stainless steel sheep. Get some stainless steel wool. Mark II, Big Jake. Frosty. Zoom. Alright, now let's pull this thing up here, huh? I was listening to Bill Burr on his podcast talk about some giant mass of plastic in the ocean. You know, just a bunch of floating plastic trash in the ocean, big bunch. It's all just the ocean swirls, and it's like a big toilet bowl of, plastic floating in the bowl, and it won't quite flush all the way down. Was kind of the image, and I was like, well, all right, let's go see what Wikipedia has to say about this. And I looked up on the internet's garbage in ocean, and then that didn't really get me anything. So I looked up garbage mass in ocean, and it came up with the name Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Seems appropriate. Pacific Trash Vortex, or North Pacific Garbage Patch. The GPGP, or Great Pacific Garbage Patch, is a gyre of marine debris particles. A gyre is any large system of circulating ocean surface currents. So what I'm seeing is this map that shows like where Hawaii is in the middle, and then all the continents on the outside, and it's just swirling around in those. And then there's this like line over the top of Hawaii where the plastic kind of is sometimes. Excuse me. So they say it's like twice the size of Texas, sort of, or not. And so then I was reading, all right, where's it all coming from? You know, it's got like history patch described in 1988. So it's old. Sources of the plastic. So there's like 1980s plastic in there. That's different than nowadays plastic. I mean, back then plastic, it was thick and rigid, and it crumbled, really easily. It didn't last very long. The 80s sucked. Plastic was trash. So this plastic trash in the ocean. Actually, a little side note. So landscaping, I've run into like water bottles, like 1 pint water bottles, the real thin ones from the 2000s. They're all broke down into smaller parts, which is where they're talking about microplastics. But there's like pop bottles from the 90s that are still intact. Because they're thick and sturdy. Kind of miss glass. It was, tasty. Yummy glass. 80% of the plastic in the ocean comes from land. 20% comes from boats and other marine sources. Well, what are the other marine sources? Submarines? I swear. So, I mean, there's probably some plastic fish out there or something, right? Making plastic, blaming it on us. Where it comes from is mainly 6 countries: China, Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. But not the United States. Yes, it's not me. I'm not doing it. And then it says, study which used data from 2010 indicated China responsible for approximately 30% of worldwide plastic ocean pollution at the time. Let's see. The Coastal Conservancy, Earth Day, and World Cleanup Day are undertaking attempts to clean the ocean up. Well, that's nice of them. I mean, getting out there on your boats, having a good old time, saying you're doing something nice, and then the ladies just love you. I'm sure they're just spending all their days cleaning up the lady. 80%. Okay, that we already read that part. The study analyzed a whole bunch of the debris, and 99% of the rigid items count as 90% of the... Okay, this is all boring stuff. Animals. There we go. Researchers who examined plastic from the patch identified more than 40 animal species on 90% of the debris. Discovery of a thriving ecosystem of life at the GPGP in 2022 suggested that cleaning up the garbage may adversely remove this plastisphere. Oh, shit. So here we're making some sort of awesome place, and all these fish and bugs and bacterias And mollusks, they're all out there being like, hey, we got ourselves a plastic house here. This is pretty dope. It floats. Ain't gotta worry about no sharks. Helps protect me from the turtles. Oh, man. And then we go out there and clean it up, and they're all like, ah, you ruined my plastisphere. 2023 study found the plastic is home to coastal species surviving in the open ocean. Coastal species include jellyfish, sponges like SpongeBob, are commonly found in the western Pacific coast, but they're surviving along open ocean species on the plastic. Some scientists, though, are concerned. I mean, if they were worth their funding, they would be. That this mix of coastal and open ocean species may result in unnatural communities, neopelagic community, in which coastal creatures could be competing with or even consuming open ocean species. Who the fuck cares, man? It's natural to convert stuff around like that. I mean, you don't want to have like outbreaks and stuff. They don't have a link for this, so I'm actually gonna look this guy up here. Oh, why don't they have like a Wikipedia article? Neopelagic, well, it just means that they're floating on marine substrates. Boof. So what's the problem? The size of the patch is indefinite, as the precise distribution of debris because large items are uncommon. Most debris consists of small plastic particles suspended at or just below the surface, evading detection by aircraft or satellite. Instead, the size of the patch is determined by sampling the estimated size of the patch. Okay, so that's why there's no pictures of it. There's no actual photos on Wikipedia. They're just like showing, graphs and drawings and, things that were made by a computer. Things that you would make in like a really advanced version of Microsoft Paint. Mario Paint was so popular. I love my childhood friends, and their parents. So nice to me. I do just remember, and wish I couldn't, one of my best friend's dad sitting in his underwear one morning, playing Mario Paint for hours. Didn't want to remember that. I preferred to go play with my Legos. Came back, he was still playing. In his underwear. In the middle of the day on a Saturday. And now, as an adult, I completely understand. Plastisphere, human-made ecosystem consisting of organisms able to live on plastic. We pretend like plastic's not natural. It's just oil. It's just oil polymer. Some marine bacteria can break down plastic polymers and use the carbon as a source of energy. Wow, they can actually digest plastic. Well, that's a nice thing about leaving it out in the ocean. Somebody's going to figure out how to use it. Plastic pollution acts as a more durable ship Then biodegradable material for carrying the organisms over long distances. Long-distance transportation can move microbes to different ecosystems, potentially introduce invasive species. Yikes. Invaders. And harmful algae on the plastic debris. There's a whole bunch of big words I don't want to try to pronounce. Bunch of stuff. Let's see, the sea skater, for example, has been able to reproduce on the hard surface provided by the floating plastic. Well, if it works. So it turns out that we don't hear about it much. And nobody talks about it much. 'Cause it ain't that big of a deal. And we ain't doing nothing to make it happen. Well, alright then. That there is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch for you. That's what I learned today. And that's what I think about it so far. Have yourselves a good day. I'll see you on the next podcast. Maybe we'll learn something next time. Freaking. Some of the things I do. It's like puzzles. Somebody says, well, hey, do you got any ideas on this? And I say, let me think about it. One example, somebody said, hey, we need to find a septic tank. It's like 8 feet down in the ground, though. Most ground probes are about 4 to 6 feet. 8's a long way, and you gotta have a little extra to make sure we get down there. So the other option is to like flush a tracker. Maybe use a metal detector. Dig up the yard in a bunch of places. I said, no, I got an idea. Let me get a chunk of rebar. Ram it down in the ground with a pile driver. 9 feet down. Dink! We found it. But how do we get the rod out of the ground? Okay, Jacob, this was your genius idea. You know, everybody's looking around. Okay, this was your idea, Jake. Now what do we do? Sometimes I wonder, you know, how good would I be if I was president? That'd be great, you know. Vote for me. I think I figured at the time there's always a way to get the rod out. We'll just figure out the best way and go from there. And there was. I clamped a piece of vice grips on there, used a crowbar and a chunk of wood, pried it up out of the ground, 4 inches at a time, all 9 feet. Actually, it was only about 5 feet, and then I gave up. I was chicken. I'm so scared of lightning bolts. Ooh, and there were low clouds moving fast. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Me and electrons, we get along just fine as we are. I don't need to explore additional electrical relations. But that was a thing that happened. How's it going, Colette? Chepta. The very first start of this stream was like 15 minutes of me talking about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and how we can't go clean it up because there's things living there and they like it. It's also not a Great Pacific Garbage Patch because most of it you can't see. That's why there's no pictures of it. And America's not responsible for it either, so that's why we don't talk about it. Yay, we're not responsible. But wait, there's things living on it, so maybe we should be responsible. Let's add to it. Throw your plastic in the ocean. There's things out there that like it. Do-wop-a-diddy. How you doing? Okay, we're getting through odds and ends and such. You can't see it though, Colette. That's what they said on the Wikipedia. In the whole Wikipedia article, you can't, there's no pictures of it. And they said that it can't be seen because it's not really a thing. It doesn't really exist. The only way that they can call it a thing is because somebody went out there and scooped up a big gallon of water and said, "This is the average." They're probably fake. Because the thing is, I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They say it's about double the size of Texas. So in order to get a picture of Texas, you've got to be way up in the air. And from that way up in the airness, you can't see those bottles. So here's what you do, and this is the other thing is that it's not like this. It's like this. So it's like, well, yeah, that's the thing. It was like, I mean, everybody can take a picture of a bunch of trash in the ocean, floating in water, but give me the actual deal. And no, it's just a bunch of graphs and stuff. Basically, somebody went out there and scooped up a big few, fish tanks full of water and said, "Yep, that's about it." Do do do. Okay, got a story to tell ya. But we gotta get this ready first. Okay, did the podcast. That worked out. And what I'm gonna do, actually, what I want to do is start streaming on the Jacob Downey Jr. channel for the podcast. So I requested access for that, but I have to wait 24 hours. So I might just start doing it on this channel and then clip and upload it over there. Boom, boom, boom. Um, yeah, actually, I didn't necessarily take it down. Um, it automatically took it down, I think, or maybe not. Yeah, okay, yeah, because if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, like this channel, I think is up to like 150. Then when you do a mobile live, it automatically makes it private afterwards. And I think I was gonna get around that by using StreamYard, but that was with the last phone, and I couldn't remember all the login and everything. So basically, here's what actually happened. I went live on my gem channel, and it kept telling me that I wasn't able to connect to the internet. And I finally just got in my car and drove all the way home and connected to the Wi-Fi and finally shut that one down. But then I went live on this channel and I was still having the same problems. Like I had converted over to see, if it was anything related to the channel. And another thing I want to do is yeah, another thing I want to do is test it out on the Wi-Fi and see if it works that way. Yeah, I gotta delete that from the gem channel. Oh, I was using my shoulders too much. And now they're sore. But that's alright, because I'm starting to get more shoulderiness. Yeah, I'm working on that part. Like this part. Getting more core, too. Proud of that. Yeah, it was frustrating. It's always frustrating trying to do all that kind of stuff because, we get used to it working, and then you gotta learn, okay, what's this setting do? What's this setting do? Explore our capabilities, optimize. And that's so old-fashioned. Nowadays, you're supposed to let it optimize for you, but what about my artistic expression? Hidden benefits. What hidden benefits? Hidden beneficial things. Alrighty. Let's figure out. Yeah. Yeah, it's good when when you get extra benefits. But there is just so many dang things. Um, so what do you got going on today? I'm trying to go through these lists of things. These are all like lists of things I have to remember. And some of them are double. And some of them I don't know that I ever really will get to. Like I do the Ride the River every year, and so I like to maintain my bicycle. It's my grandpa's old bicycle. It's in great shape too. It's got accessories, you know, like a nunchuck holder. But I'm like, why do I need to take the time to put a compass on it when I should be working on my comedy, and then I can just get an assistant to do that for me. Um, but then other times I take a day and I do all of that kind of important stuff, unimportant stuff. Yeah, some of this stuff I'm like, all right, I'll get to it eventually. And then also like half of the year has been put on hold. I mean, just from like February to now, that's half of a year. Half of a year. I just haven't moved forward with anything. And that same thing happened in 2017. All year long, I was like, rush, 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 go, go, rush, rush, rush. And then the end of the year hit, and I was like, I haven't done anything with my patent. And then I wound up taking a month and I did it. Took me a whole month though. That's a lot. I mean, come on, Colette. Come on, come on. What about my clothes folding machine? You know, I'm supposed to be spending time on this clothes folding machine. And instead, I spend stupid brain cells trying to find a girlfriend. And wondering why I suck so much. Add to that. One day at a time. Yeah. Problem there is there's so many things that can be benefited from multiple days. So I'm trying to do one day at a time. But my body and brain and soul and spirit and everything around me is pushing me to do 10 days at a time and 500 days at a time. 30,000 days at a time. It's weird to think that 3,000 days is 10 years and 30,000 days is 100 years. So really, you've only got like 30,000 days in a lifetime. 30,000 of these. They burn quick, don't they? Imagine if you had a couple million days. It'd be about 5,500 years. I could deal with that. Yeah, overworked, I'm always busy and I'm still poor. Boom, 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 boom. No, but I figure I'd have it figured out by then, Colette. I mean, you know, they give me more time to understand and figure out, and then before you know it, I'm gonna have this thing nailed down. It's gonna be a win. Just you wait. Something's going on with microcloud hologram, and I'm wondering if it's going to break 50. I don't know, it just rejected it. But it's strong. There's some over-the-counter bids. I don't even know what's going on with it. It's overbought. Probably. I don't know, the VWAP's wild. What to do with the yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Yeah, it took a hard bounce at 50. I'm not sure what it's doing. I mean, it's still way under volume, though. Yep, right back up to 50. It's strong. It's going to push. I don't know what it's going to do, though. I mean, if it's going to do something, it's going to do something. It's hard to say what. Because the thing is, it did a little something yesterday at the end of the day. And it's done things in the past, like crazy things. I don't think there's very many shares to be had. It's not in the news either. But everything was down yesterday. So, alright, what I'm trying to dig out, Colette, is this to-do list of things for comedy so I can get ready for New York. You know, the VWAP's converging, but it's still bouncing. I'm not sure what the news is, though. I'm thinking if it takes off, it's going to take off, but it's going to fall back down. Otherwise, we'll probably just be in for a slow decline. Giddy up. Yeah, actually, Jeannie asked me to come out and do a set in August. So I'm going to go out there and do that. So I've got like a to-do list of things to get ready in relation to that. Alright. And we've got okay. Gonna go get a refill. Be right back. Okay. Okay, we're at over half average volume. The VWAP has actually converged and crossed. It's on its way down and still holding. Alright. So the VWAP is leveling out from its dip. The price is still kind of holding. We'll see. Weird. On the stock thing? Nah. I'm just learning. It's interesting to see it in action. But I don't have enough money to make money. You gotta have about $25,000 in there, and then you can start using other money aside from the $25,000 to make money. So you gotta have about $30,000 for it to be worth the time. Is what I would need. Hmm. So much to do and so little brain power. That's what I be call it. Oh, I need a few million days. And it's like, the whole COVID thing, it didn't stop there. It just shifted. It just became a different thing. Yeah, the VWAP touched down and now it's reconverging and it's holding. So that's good. Maybe it'll go up today. Be interesting. Yep. One solid extra week for sleeping. I think that sounds fantastic. Ugh. Uh, it's an acronym for volume weighted average price. So it's the average price adjusted by the amount of volume. So when there's a lot more volume happening, then it's going to have an effect on the price. And so you want to adjust it for that. That way you can see if the purchasing is trailing off or not. And you can see if the price is getting inflated because people are holding onto their shares, or if they're buying in and then selling out, so they're actually trading so that the volume is holding up to the price. The massive price increase. Ah. I sound smart, but I'm still poor, so gotta remember that. There's a lot to take on. I got so many different categories. I mean, even like keeping things, the extracurricular projects like the sitcom and adding merch to my YouTube page, keeping those aside. Because it's like, what are those really going to do? Um, I gotta organize my jokes into my 5, 10, 15, and 20-minute sets. And I need to set up a studio so that I can start recording and posting clips regularly, twice a week at minimum. Ooh, it's taken off. It was having trouble breaking 50, and now it's up to 52 and a half. Pennies. I don't know though. See, here's the thing is that in the past, we're talking about a stock that's at 50 cents. Colette. It's it's had a couple of spikes in the past where it went up to $50. Ugh. But it's only up there for a day or two. So let's say that right now, if you had 100 shares at 50 cents, that's $5, $50. So $50, you buy in 100 shares, and then the shares go up to $50. So that would become 100 times. So your $50 now becomes 5,000. Or let's say that you had 5,000, now you got 500,000. But who's going to put 5,000 into a stock that hasn't gone up to that in, a year? And most of them don't. Most stocks go down. Stocks are actually an old-fashioned form of crowdfunding. It's kind of neat to see something get, you know, like active and go all excited. Because it's up to 54 now. Although the VWAP is actually reconverging, so maybe it won't. Maybe it won't break. It'll reject at 55 or something like that. Anyways, all right. We can play a little bit, like 10 minutes of video game, but I do want to organize the to-do list into the categories for the jokes. Yo! Pretty good timing, Lucas. What's up, Home Slice? Chopped up. I've been working on shoulders. Actually, that's pretty good timing, man. Because I've actually been doing a lot of, like, extracurricular stuff and not playing any video games. Also, we are currently looking at the stock HOLO. In case you want to look that one up. Yep. Yep. Take yourself a look at the stock HOLO. It has surpassed 50-day average volume in the first hour of trading. So the stock floor started trading stocks, this stock, that stock, all these stocks. And this one in particular has already traded its day's worth of volume. Why? I don't know. But it has gone through these cycles, right? It was down around 43 cents when it opened. It's at 53 cents now. So here's the deal. Let's say that you bought 100 shares at 43 cents. 100 shares cost you 43 cents a share. So that would be $43. So Lucas, instead of buying a video game, let's say you spent $43 on this stock this morning at the market open. Now that $43 would be worth $53. And then you could sell it and you would have the extra $10. But let's say that you bought it at the $53 and it drops down to $52. Uh-oh, you just lost $1. Oh no. Yep. So that's why it's important to remember that most people lose money in the stock market. But I'm learning. Learning how it works. Hollow is an interesting stock. It's related to AI or something like that. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the companies. Not even sure what news is going on. Yeah, that's not even in the news. Alright, so it did break over 50 cents. Like it was rejecting at 50 cents and now it's up to, 53 cents. It's actually stopping at 52.5 and the VWAP has reconverged off of its growth. But instead, see, usually VWAP goes up, stock price goes up, and then the VWAP starts going down and the stock price drops. But sometimes the VWAP goes down and the stock price levels off, and that means it's getting ready to go up again. And usually there's 3 bumps. So there might be a 3rd bump. It's usually not a good idea to stick around for that. That's right. There goes my dollar. It's like, oh, I'm gonna make money. Nope, not. Oh, there goes my buck. Yeah, I mean, what were you gonna buy with that dollar too, right? You're gonna buy some good stuff. You're gonna buy like maybe, I don't know, a piece of candy or a trading card or a refill. I don't know. Can you actually buy anything for $1 these days? Internet lore says there used to be a store called the Dollar Store. It was an entire store full of things that cost $1. Alright, it is actually bumping around on that 52. I'm wondering. Anyways, let's take a break from that. And we're going to play just a little schmidgling of video game. Okay. You're the best, buddy. That's why you're here. By the way, I'm going to start this RC plane hobby. I'll get an RC plane. I'm looking forward to it. Wow. One liter of oil. There goes my shopping tour. Oh, shoot. Who doesn't love shopping sprees? Man, they need to bring that back as like a game show. The shopping spree game show. Ooh, that'd be fun. But it should be like a shopping spree game show in an adult toy store. It could be like wife swap shop. What day is it? Friday? Not yet. Getting there. How you doing? How y'all doing? Let's play a little bit of video game. Then I gotta get to work. Ooh, I think we were about to tear off for the bush. Yeah, we're gonna need those. Better take them with. I'll get there, Lucas. I actually put absolutely zero work into these videos. These videos are a place for me to put no work in. You know what I do put work into? Is my other channels. Did you know I have other channels? I do have other channels. This is actually, a matter of fact, this is my no work on anything channel. This is my relax channel. But I'm glad that you could come here and relax and hang out and all that. So check it out. You want to hear about my other channels? And why I have so many other channels? They're not socks. They actually have functions. They're not sock accounts where you take one account off and put another one on. Where it's like YouTube Administrator 1, YouTube Administrator 2, YouTube Administrator 3, then YouTube Administrator A1, YouTube Administrator A2. Those are socks. Just another pair of socks on your feet. A whole new universe. What universe did you learn? About the Jacob verse? That is a good point. That is a really good point. I don't know if you meant that or not, but yes. With extra yes sauce. And take that. With extra oh, it takes a number 3 smash hammer? But yeah, that's a pretty big nail. It'd take a pretty big hammer to pound that. Pound it. Ooh, I love that idea. Lucas, you are a genius. You are a genius. Did I tell you that? Because I'll tell you again. You just let me know when you're ready and I'll tell you again. About how you're a genius. We're gonna make a whole Jacob universe. The Jacob verse. Yes. So here's how it works. I'm supposed to run that direction. Alright. I have one channel for my gemstones. That's probably my most successful channel. I think I'm up to 1,370 subscribers. That's my most useful channel. The library actually saw my videos and said, hey. Really good. I know, it looks tasty, right? They actually saw my... What? Bro. Oh, I already got the pick. Bam. So, well, there we go. The library saw my video and was like, hey, can you come put on a gemstone seminar for the kids? And I was like, oh yeah, we'll do a break your own geode thing. And everybody can break their geode and then take it home with them. You can see videos of me doing that on Facebook. So that's channel 1. And for that channel, I had a chat bot. I actually need to reinstall the chat bot. But this channel is the chat bot. And then I was like, yeah, I'll just make this my hangout stream. So what about the other channels, Jacob? What about these other sus channels? Little sus. Little sus. All these channels. These other channels. Well, in order to keep the content organized, I have these other channels. So I've got Gems and this channel, the Hangout channel. But I also have the Plant Food channel. Now, the Plant Food channel is for a product I make called 22 Gemstones Plant Food. Yes, you heard right. Gemstones. Just like I cut and polish. So I cut and polish gemstones. Sometimes I also talk really fast. Faster than my mouth can flap. I mean, this thing's got like short distances that the electrical's going zip, 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 and then this thing's got all these like huge distances where I've got to go blah, 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 blah. Doesn't always keep up. So anyways, I grind the gems, and off of the gems comes powder. It's called tailings, and it makes for a great mineral plant food, or what's called a soil amendment. It's possible to amend your soil, or basically add nutrients to the soil. It's a plant food, bro. I make plant food from gemstones. Cap it. So I got a channel for that, and you can see how it works, and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Yum! I do like the juice drops. Oh, is that peach? I could eat a peach for hours. Oh, it's a great way to show your plants you love them, right?
I love this! Yeah!
That's what your plants say. I mean, I haven't actually heard them say it, but I can imagine. So that's 3, right? 3 channels. Ooh, the blueberries look like cherries. The snozberries look like snozberries. That's 3 of them. Gems, gem powder, and the fun chan that you're on right now. Fun chan. So let's say that there's another channel. What's it for? It's for my G6 GTP. It's for my car. It's a place where I meant to upload more car content just because it's kind of handy. It's not really intended to go anywhere, but I've looked at some of the old content just as videos that I made, and I was like, I'm going to post these. So I took the time to set up the channel and post a little bit, and I plan to try and post a little bit more in the future. I heard a mosquito looking for one of these. We gotta run over there before he knocks us off, because he'll do that too.
Buzz off, mosquito.
Ooh. Maybe I can get him with that. Oh, he was stuck under that leaf. Got him. Now we can make our favorite sword. Speaking of things, that's 4 channels, Jacob. Is that it? Is that all? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. No. There's another channel. Ooh, what? There's another channel? Yup, there's another channel. It's for my comedy. It's called Jacob Downey Jr. It's got my comedy sets on it.
Science is out of control.
I mean, I'm getting so many channels, I might as well just subscribe to myself and then I'll have 1,000 subscribers, right? All that kind of stuff. And then I was gonna make a channel for the bandage opener, but I never did. Never made a channel for the coin log either. Holy Frito-Lays. I've never actually been that close to the bird before. I can't go past it though. Wild. What's up, bird? So what's the deal? Yeah, why is that bird so big? So yeah, what am I up to? 5 channels now? Yeah, it's just chilling there too. I'm like, bro, what's your plans? I was gonna go out there and do stuff. And now you're just being all bird-like. I think he's bird-brained. What, did you like that joke? I thought it was funny too. Hey. Hey. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other quick trip. No? You don't know what a quick trip is? It's a gas station. There's a lot of them. They're everywhere. If he knew, he would have laughed at that joke. I need a gigantic seed to feed him. Oh, that would make sense. I need a coconut. Frickin' bird. Alright, where were we? They definitely changed a lot of these branches around. It is so much easier to get around up here. I spent all that time building all those clay pads. So now the question is, can I get back where I came from?
This is the best ever! Woohoo!
Yeah, I gotta make that thingy that goes backwards, don't I? Dag nabbit all. Boy, if I could float over there, that would be neat. Have to go tomorrow, go on a forest walk, 15 kilometers a day. Ooh, that's a lot. Camping with a tent in the forest. Can't even buy them in a shop. Love coconuts. Oh, we gotta talk about coconuts. Okay. Alright, camp. Have a blast, Lucas. I will continue creating great content. I'll give you my other channels when you come back another time. And you have yourself a wonderful day and week. I'm gonna cut this stream off here pretty soon, but I'll see you next time, bud. You keep being great. You keep being awesome. You're a good guy. No.
Caught in a web!
Well, I guess we gotta go back up there. I mean, that's a good chance to do that.
Science!
Ooh, liquid kills. Man, I do want to get that pokey sword made, but we're not gonna need it up here. So we can wait till we get back, and then we'll make the mosquito needle blade.
Spiderlings. Nature's soccer balls.
Yeah, we've been here. Errant Fling Man. Right, I've been here. That must be the main lab then. Yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, that looks like a lab. The water coolers almost make it too easy.
Test runs on the zipline system have produced mixed results. Prices on steel cable are ridiculous, so I've been forced to proceed with my original idea, spider thread. I'm using web samples from my unwanted guests with a few clever alterations, of course. Things were going well until Sarah threw yet another toy into the hedge. I swear that the lost city of Atlantis might be found beneath the roots of this blasted bush. I told them both, no baseballs, no flingman discs, no more throwing. I'll need to find a way to strengthen the zip lines, and I've forbidden the children from playing in the yard temporarily, of course. Dinner will be, I would say, awkward, I suspect. Slowly, my torments come together into one ingenious solution. After trying countless materials, I finally found something to fix my zipline problem. While the bonding formulas were complex to say the least, I've successfully fused the web ropes with raw science. Once again, it proves to be the key. The new ropes are miraculously soft, but have the tensile strength of forged steel. I've dubbed my new creation Zippy Fiber. Just think of the practical applications. Get the boss. Oh, only something without guns would suggest that. This is not some trifle to pick parsley between trips to the periodontist.
I will take your word for it, Dr. Tully.
Damn it! I'm stuck! Ah!
Alright, that's about enough for now. Gotta get out there and make it happen, right? Glad you all could come by. Have yourself a nice day. Good talking to you, Lucas. And good talking to you, Colette. See you guys on the next one.